You were the richest man alive in a world packed with hit songs. But by 28, you had already gone full retirement mode, right when you planned to. Spend the rest of your days as a laid-back fishing guy. Then the pop queen showed up holding a 3.5-year-old girl and said this was the kid you two once had together. Inside a living room with an old-school vibe, you happily picked up a fresh cup of braised beef noodles and were just about to sip the broth when a weak, frantic knock suddenly came from the door. Your brow tightened and you set your chopsticks down. You shuffled to the entry in flip-flops. The old wooden door creaked open and icy rain came blowing in with the wind. You squinted on instinct, and by the dim sensor light outside, you finally saw what was there. A woman in total ruin. Rain kept dripping from her chin nonstop, but she did not care about herself. She guarded the tiny bundle in her arms like her life depended on it, using her body like a wall against the rain. Her hands were purple from the cold, and her knuckles had gone white from gripping too hard. Your pupils tightened a little, even though her face was pale as paper. You still recognized her in 1 second. Summer Quinn, the icy songstress who had blown up all across Asia 4 years ago. The woman whose name right now was dead center in a media firestorm. Before you could even ask what happened, Summer Quinn looked up and showed a pair of exhausted eyes, still carrying one last bit of pleading. Save her voice came out rough and broken, shaking with tears, please. Save a child. Summer Quinn went limp and fell straight forward. You reacted fast, stepped in, and caught her steady. What hit your hand was shockingly hot, but it was not Summer Quinn's temperature. It was the heat coming off the tiny body in her arms. That burning heat. You looked down, and what you saw was a little face red from fever. It was a girl around 3 or 4 years old, with long lashes still wet with tears, breathing hard like a busted bellows. And in that very second, your heart locked up hard. A strange feeling you had never known before ran through that burning little body and hit your soul clean through. It was that blood bond hitting deep. No test needed, no words needed. As someone from another world, as someone carrying memories from 2 lives, the second you touched that child, you knew one thing for sure. This kid was yours, or more exactly, your only bloodline in this parallel world. Damn, you cursed inside your head, and that lazy, easygoing mask you wore shattered on the spot. Then you scooped up Summer Quinn and her daughter in one move, and rushed back inside in long, hard strides. You laid Summer Quinn on the couch with shocking gentleness, like even a little force might break these 2 porcelain dolls. Even half-conscious, Summer Quinn still clutched your sleeve, her nails almost digging into your skin. Hospital. No, we cannot go. They will catch photos. Please, you looked at the fear written all over her face, and your eyes went cold in a flash. No hospital. The kid was burning up like this, and she still did not dare go. In that moment, your mind flashed to the entertainment headlines from the past few days. Former diva exposed for a messy private life. Secret daughter already exists. Summer Quinn faces a brutal payout and possible blacklist. So that stuff was not just gossip. Relax, I have got this. Nobody is getting a shot. Your voice dropped low, steady and firm enough to calm a storm. You gently pried Summer Quinn's hand loose and lifted that feverish little bundle into your arms. The little one seemed to feel the new embrace and squirmed in unease a little. One tiny hand reached through the air and at last grabbed one of your fingers and held tight. Your heart melted on the spot. You took a deep breath, pulled out that old Nokia, the one you only use for games, and dialed an encrypted number. Boss, you finally remembered you own a whole empire. From the other end came an elderly voice, half thrilled and half joking with you. Shut up, your voice turned ice cold, with a volcano ready to blow underneath. Charlie, I need a medical team right now. Best pediatric specialist only. You have 10 minutes. 10 minutes, boss. That is a little 5 minutes. You looked at your daughter's pained little face. Your tone turned lethal. Bring every piece of gear, and do not roll up in flashy luxury cars. Make it look like a neighborhood free clinic. If even one whisper leaks out, you can fire the whole board yourself. On the other end, Charlie instantly heard how serious this was and dropped every joke. Got a Genesis medical team moving now. Location lock confirmed. You hung up and tossed the phone onto the coffee table, right beside that half-finished cup of noodles. Then you lowered your head and gently pressed your forehead to the little girl's burning one. Do not be scared, Daddy is here. There were no screaming sirens and no over-the-top helicopter noise. Under cover of the rainy night, 3 plain gray vans quietly stopped at the mouth of Wudong Lane. If anyone looked close, they would see the tires were run flat grade. The windows were bulletproof. Even the chassis had been specially modified. A group wearing blue vests stamped with Community Care carried several heavy silver cases and rushed into the yard through the rain. Leading them was a white-haired old woman, the best pediatric specialist on the planet, and the chief consultant on your private medical team. She used to treat royalty only. Easy with her. You stood in the middle of the living room, still holding the child, like a guardian dropped from the sky. After the old woman stepped inside, her eyes swept over that beat-up couch, and the corner of her mouth twitched. But the second she saw the child in your arms, her face turned sharp and fully professional. Boss, leave it to me.